So next, I want to talk about this story that I found on trekmovie.com, which is a fantastic website. I check it all the time, about Robert Beltran. He turned down a part on the second season of Star Trek Picard. From his quote, he doesn't really go into specifics, but here's his quote on what could have been with his character on Picard. I was offered an episode, first 2 then 1, in Picard, but I simply did not like what they had written for Chakotay, so I turned them down. I won't go into detail, but I have no animosity toward the Picard producers at all. Star Trek Prodigy offers a Chakotay that I am enthusiastic about. So, in case you're not aware, Chakotay has appeared in the second part of the first season of Prodigy and will appear in season 2. But Terry Matalas, through trekmovie.com, went into more details about what his part was going to be in the second season. Of course, Terry Matalas I don't think he was the showrunner in season 2, but he was like the partial showrunner, at least. And this is what he said about Robert Beltran's involvement in that season. We didn't go too far with it. The first draft of the script had Chakotay as the Confederation's first magistrate and husband to President Hansen, which Matalas thought was a cool idea based on the character's history from Star Trek Voyager. Terry confirms that just as in the final version, this alternate magistrate was the main villain of the episode, which apparently didn't sit well with the actor. After Beltran said no, the part was rewritten, with the magistrate role going to Jean-Jean Briones, father of Picard Season 1 and Season 2 star Issa Briones. The magistrate character also appeared in the third episode, Assimilation, where he was killed off. So this is really interesting. I mean, of course, if you are a fan of Chakotay, you can see him on Prodigy, so it's not like we lost the character altogether. So when it comes to Chakotay, it's a case for me where the actor and what he has said in public kind of affects what I view the character as. And I know that a lot of people say that you shouldn't be affected by stuff like that, but I am just the man that I am. When I find out something about an actor that I don't particularly like or care for, it does kind of affect how I see them on screen. And Robert Beltran has said some things, and some things have come out about him that I don't agree with. I don't need to go into specifics, but as for a broad view of what his views are, I would say he's a very right-wing type of person in his personal life, and those values don't really coincide with my own. And, to be honest, many fans of Star Trek. And in the years since Voyager, I know that he has taken flack from fans and other cast members about, different stances that he has taken. So that being said, and knowing that about him, I think I kind of understand why he turned this role down. For one, he probably didn't like Chakotay kind of taking orders from President Hansen. In Voyager, the two had a relationship, and in my opinion, that was one of the worst parts of Voyager. I never bought those two characters together, even before, I had any opinion on the actor Robert Beltran. I remember I did not like Seven and him getting together. I felt like it was one of those situations where a story just puts two attractive people together. It's like, she's attractive, he's attractive, they're both attractive, so they'll probably end up together. Like, it doesn't really forward, the characters at all. It makes more sense for them to be with other types of characters than ones that you just expect them to end up with. So I was never a big fan of the Seven and Chakotay storyline, even though it was brief, which also I didn't like, to just kind of toss that in there at the end. It really was kind of odd to me. I really would have rather seen Janeway and Chakotay. I like that kind of chemistry a lot more, and I would have liked to have seen them two end up together. But, I don't write on Voyager, obviously. I don't think that Robert Beltran would have liked the character Chakotay being emasculated as being, the first magistrate and husband to the president, Hansen, who of course is Seven. So I think that probably had something to do with that. I don't think that he would have gotten behind that. And I also think that, his reputation as a right-wing actor, the Confederation in season 2 of Picard could be seen as an amalgamation of a lot of right-wing, views. So he might have kind of been cognizant of that, the actor Robert Beltran, and and thought like, maybe I don't want to be so on the nose here. Maybe I don't want my character to become right wing because, a lot of Star Trek fans see that the actor is now right wing. So maybe, it's too close to how Trek fans see Robert Beltran, and then making him that character and then killing him off, I think maybe was a bridge too far for Robert Beltran. But, I don't know the man. I could be wrong. But that's just my 2 cents about why, we didn't get him in that season. It would have been nice. It made sense, too, if you remember in that episode, that was when they were calling off, like, General Sisko was, like, on the front lines. They were calling out a lot of names that were familiar to Star Trek fans. So having Chakotay show up in that episode would have made a lot of sense. But we didn't see it. I'm not really affected by it. But let me know, would you have rather seen Robert Beltran return as Chakotay in season 2 of Picard? Do you not care? And do you have feelings about him that affect how you now view the character when you watch Voyager? Hey everyone, Eric here. Thanks for joining me, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. This was taken from my weekly podcast, WDIM News, which you can catch each Monday on this channel. If you would like to check out the full podcast, you can do so by clicking on this video here. Make sure that you not only hit the like button to help support me, but also hit the subscribe button so that you know when my new videos come out. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time on What Did I Miss?